Hi. So I'm back. Some of you guys noticed that I was gone. Okay, so I have not made a YouTube video in forever. And I'm going to take you way back. There's been a lot going on, so I'm just going to give you a little update. Today's just my update video. My kids are running out. Okay. Z. My kids are running around, so excuse the noise. I'm outside because this is the only way they can do their own thing and I can do my thing. So I think a lot of videos are going to be outside for the next while. I'm going to take you way back since the last time I made a video. So right after the last time I made a video, we got the Rona. We were fine. My husband and I got it the worst because I still nurse. I don't sleep, so my body could not fight back anything. My husband was like, oh, I have a little back pain. And I lost like 13 pounds, which is fine because, you know, I'm a year out from having a baby. I was like exactly a year out and I needed the extra help, you know? So, so I got it pretty rough. You know, it was okay though. The worst part about catching the you-know-what was the ridiculous amounts of hair loss that I was not ready for. I barely lost hair with my 6-year-old didn't lose any hair. With my second baby, you know, maybe like a little bit of shedding, but nothing like this. if you can see, look at all these baby hairs. Look at this. It's like I had like no hair. Hair was like falling out by the globs. I was like, I didn't know it was that. My hair lady said it was probably that. Then I went to the doctor and she confirmed that it's probably that. So I'm using, you know what I'm using? I'm using, you know, the eyebrow like clear it's clear mascara is what it is. So I just kind of, not right now, obviously, but sometimes, like, you know, when I want to look like a person, I kind of, you know, use a little bit of it and it tames my little mohawk of baby hairs. So that was fun. My little one got a fever maybe for like a day. She was the first one. I didn't even think it was that. She got a fever for like one day and then she was fine. And my 6-year-old didn't get anything. But I think that threw off my rhythm. I think I had gotten like somewhat of a routine of YouTube, and it was still kind of new. And then I fell off the wagon. And then other stuff started happening. So that was kind of the beginning of my downfall with making videos. Look, we're in the yard. Okay, we're in the yard. They want it to be in the yard. I'm now in the yard, but I'm doing something. So now where do they want to be? On top of me.
Mama, can I make soup?
With water? If there's water involved, no. So I'm nursing one. So this one should be contained. We'll see about the other one. But anyway, so okay. So then, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff came and just again kept me off. And then in January, so we live, okay, so little history here. We live in South Florida. We're both from like the Miami area, and then we moved up to the county right on top of Miami-Dade County, which is Broward County. And so we've been here for about 3 years, and we went up north, like northern Florida. We went up, and we really loved it. I'm gonna backtrack for a second, okay. So my husband works like an animal. Monday through Friday, I'm basically a single mom because he works so much. He gets home super late. He has a crazy job. And so he really doesn't have a life. And so while I'm here living the dream, homeschooling my girls with my babies all day, living the dream, y'all, the dream. He's killing himself and he's not able to enjoy this dream that he's allowing us to have. And so that's been really on my heart lately, that I want him to have a life. I don't want him to spend the next 30 years, you know, like a slave to his job. And so my mom and her husband were like, you know, let's go, all this craziness that has been happening. They're like, let's go up to north a little bit, check out some lands. Maybe we can get something, you know, so that if things go crazy, we can go up there. Okay, sounds good. We go up there and we fall in love with the area. We just fall in love with that lifestyle. We love the idea of being self-sufficient. We're both very like hard workers, like being outside, like doing things like that. And so in that same time period of saying, let's go check this out, you might be looking at this contraption behind me saying, what is that? We dove headfirst into raising quail. And so we started raising Coturnix quails. It was my endeavor that my husband just fed into it. He loved it too. And so we were getting eggs from our quail. And man, let me tell you, the first time that I ate an egg from our quail, I felt like I laid that puppy myself. I felt like I laid that egg myself. And it was amazing to go through the process of ordering eggs online, incubating them myself, hatching them myself, raising them myself, and then getting eggs. So that was kind of like the gateway to a lifestyle change that we would really like. And originally we wanted some chickens. Chickens are louder. We couldn't have chickens. So we said, okay, let's try quail. And so we did quail. We really loved it. Then we went up north. We loved that environment up there. And we just loved seeing like all this lands. Like, people don't live the way we are used to living. We're both born and raised like city. But when I say city, I feel like some of you might like going up there. Even like the city up there is not like here. Like Miami is crazy. And we don't even know, we had never really experienced the fact that other people live so differently. And so during that process of like, you know, our quail, and we started gardening a little bit, but we went up there, we just were like, man, let's do this. And on one of the trips up there, you know, we were learning a lot. We were going up there like every weekend. So we just had so much going on. And on one of those trips, we were like driving home, and my husband looks at me and he's like, we're gonna sell the house. Just call the realtor. And I was like, Jesus? Because my husband is like a very responsible, like he is so responsible. He's so committed. Like he like takes care of his business, man. Like he just does what he's got to do. And so he's not the kind of person to like ditch everything and completely change lifestyles. Like that's not him, that's me. I'm like, I have faith in Jesus. God is going to provide for us. Let's just sell everything and live. I know that God is going to provide. He is so faithful. And my husband's like, oh, okay, but Jesus gave me my job, you know? So, so for him to look at me and say like, okay, let's just sell the house. That's it. We're doing this. Sell the house, call a realtor tomorrow. And I said like, okay, this is for sure like a God. This has to be God's intervention. So this has to be God's intervention. Okay. And within a month and a half, 2 months, we sold the house. So it was on the market for like 5 days. We had 1 weekend of showings, 15 offers, because the market is crazy and Florida is free and people are trying to move to Florida. Hopefully they don't bring their policies with them, but hopefully they love why Florida's free and they keep it that way. But anyway, sorry. So we sold our house and now we're living in my mom's house. This is my mom's yard. Mom only has a 2-2, but she has like a big living room. So I'm calling it our studio apartment. We're living in our studio living room of my mom's house. We're like doing some tiny home living right now. We're gonna try to stick it out as long as we can. We've never lived with like people, like my mom lived with us for a time. But you know, you like having your own space, you know? So we'll see how long we last. I don't know, we'll see. We might have to rent something, but rent is also outrageous. So we're gonna try to stick it out as long as we can. But yeah, that's where we're at. We wanna buy some acreage. We wanna homestead. We wanna have some animals. Maybe be as self-sufficient as possible. And we literally dove in headfirst. God is totally guiding the whole thing, even just the sale of our house and the ability to even move in with my mom is totally God's plan, and just he has like aligned everything so perfectly. So we will see how it goes. Now I have a question for y'all. I am going to do some homeschool videos, some curriculum. We finished Logic of English Level B. We're like halfway through the Right Start Math Level B. And so I am going to do some review videos. Maybe like in a month or so, I'll go ahead and do a video of what our plan is for next year. But I kind of want to know if you guys are interested in following along on our journey. Like when we go up to look at land, would you like to get a sneak peek of that as we kind of like, we're trying to get into that homesteading mindset here in our tiny studio apartment. So like I just started. Okay, no, mommy, esto está sucio. No, bota eso. No, throw it away, please. Thank you, baby. Yeah, we're trying to get into that homesteading mindset, even right here in our studio apartment. So I just started some sourdough starter 3 days ago, because I feel like I always have in my mind, like, okay, I'll wait. But then when I get there, I'm not gonna have any practice. I'm not gonna have that mindset. So I'm trying to get my head right, trying to do some more, maybe like farmers markets, things like that, eating a little more. I do cook for the most part from scratch, but I do cook from scratch, but like for example, I do. You okay? You okay? Come, baby. Come here. Sana kulitra na sana sana mañana. Okay. No, ahora that's it. They're restless. So, but we do most of our shopping, for example, from like Costco. So I don't have a lot of knowledge about like where our food comes from. So I want to try to get a little more exposed to that as far as knowing where my food comes from, eating a little more locally. So like I said, I do cook from scratch. We do like mostly organic stuff where we can, but I want to just kind of get deeper into that. So if you're interested in following along in that area, in that space of just like our crazy journey of like moving up there and finding acreage when we know nothing about anything, let me know. Just let me know. I don't want to bore you to death either. Maybe you're not interested in this plan. Maybe you're just here for the homeschooling stuff, which I'm cool with. So just let me know if you can, if you want to be a part of that journey of city people moving to acreage and not knowing what they're doing. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe not. We'll see. All right, guys. Thank y'all for keeping it real. I'm going to be coming out with something soon, more homeschool related. And maybe I'll be taking you up on our next visit to check out some land options. So see you later. Bye.